Begin the game with the basketball. Jay Magic.
Substitutions, Chicago.
And the rebound taken in by Davis. Rondo into the front court. Leads one. Lauri Markkanen. Tips it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Lakers ball. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Count the basket inside.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
Into front court comes Rondo. Leads just a point. And they call it.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Substitution being made in this one. That's out of bounds.
All right, let's bring the fire.
Substitutions, Chicago. Into the game for the Los Angeles Lakers. Number 0.
LeBron James. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Goes reverse to lay it in.
Ooh, I'm not sure if he's part of the Jelly fam or not, but this young player knows how to adjust mid-flight, and he finished that shot with some crazy English.
Oh, Carter with the rejection.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
To Porter. Nice finish at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
I'm here. I got ball.
Spins and scores.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create. Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
Hey, it's our game. Let's take it home, man. Let's go.
Substitutions, Chicago. Subbing in for the Los Angeles Lakers. Number 11.
To Bradley.
Avery Bradley.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
To Bradley. Here comes the screen. Bradley. Fires the 3. Rebound Markkanen. Lays it up and in.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
The drive, right to the basket. Bradley to Caldwell Pope. 5 to shoot for Los Angeles. Bradley to Kyle Kuzma. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. His first JaVale McGee putback's good.
Now, while everybody was staring at the fly of the ball on the defensive end, he was busy carving out space, being active, getting that offensive rebound. That's his second offensive rebound in the first quarter.
The assist from number 9.
Los Angeles has the basketball. To Kyle Kuzma. Short jumper stays out. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Hey, match up.
Trying to cash in. A fundamental shot right there.
I love when bad shooters make shots. They run down the court saying, I should get the ball more. And that's when you say, no, you're open for a reason.
Here comes the screen. McGee powers it through. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
JaVale McGee swats it.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
Beyond the arc for three. That's good D. Shot no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Kuzma. Nice pass to set things up. Throws it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Lets it fly from long range. Not getting the bounce. Bradley. Good look that time, but off the mark.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
The assist from number 9.
Lakers at the controls right now. JaVale McGee to Kyle Kuzma. All by himself, creates his own shot there.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
I got ball.
To Markkanen. Add 2 points to the board.
2 points. The assist.
It's Cook with the basketball. Up 5. Here comes the screen. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw good as he finishes off the three-point play. They're back within a bucket. Bradley down low for Kuzma. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Hey, look, pretty dudes can mix it up once in a while too, I guess.
For three, that's off the side of the rim, no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
For three. And the rebound taken down by the Lakers. Bradley to Kyle Kuzma. Great pass to set it up. Missed a wide open look. JaVale McGee snatching it out of the air.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
To Bradley. Has a chance. Missed it. He always has the green light, but the defense was ready.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Los Angeles, they have it.
Screen left coming, screen left coming, screen left.
The screen sets him up for two.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
I'm on D.
Count it. No and one. There was some contact there. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. That'll do it for the first quarter. The Lakers have the lead. First quarter complete, on to the second period. A little bit of a feeling out process so far.
Yeah, both teams have came out. They played with great energy, and they've also done an excellent job of establishing their own tempo. They have to make sure they have to push through that and do more of that in the second quarter.
Kuzma to Bradley. Has a look. And scores on the step back.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Chicago basketball. To Wendell Carter. Won't go. Here's Rondo with it. Leads 4. To Danny Green. Avery Bradley. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
To Markkanen. Curling inside. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Whoops, that won't go. Rondo with the basketball. They lead it, 4-point game. Count the bucket for 2.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Bulls with the basketball. To Markkanen. Nothing going here on that drive. Markkanen to Porter. Trying to cash in. Just off the mark.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
Bradley. Shot clock winding down. Has a chance. Rondo's shot won't go down. Has a look. Markkanen shot can't connect.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Danny Green against Porter. Knocks it down off the step back.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
To Porter. Here comes the screen. Down the lane, but the shot won't fall. Rondo into the front court. It's an 8-point lead. Gets to the basket, but it's no good.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
To Bradley. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. To Levine. Trying to cash in. Shot no good there by Levine. And the finish. Slam dunk.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Here comes the screen. To Markkanen. Back to shoot for the Bulls. To Markkanen. Fires the three. Tough shot for Markkanen. No good.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Avery Bradley. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way, though.
No good. Defense catching a break there. Across the timeline comes James. His guys leading by 14. To Bradley. Cousins. Jay, last year the Lakers 35-47. What impact, obviously, will LeBron James have on this Lakers team and their record?
There's no doubt that I think the Lakers will get over 35 wins. Will they get over 50, though, is the major question. I don't see that happening, considering last year only 2 teams in the West, Golden State and Houston, had over 50 wins.
Here comes the screen. To Zach LaVine. Able to convert inside.
The 7th pick overall, Lauri Markkanen had an exquisite rookie season. Ending the year, all-rookie first team. Even executive VP John Paxson of the Bulls organization referred to him as the cornerstone of the franchise.
Chicago possession. Zach LaVine doing what he does best. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
Into the front court comes Rondo. Lead stands at 10. To James. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Hands up, hands up, hands up. Hit!
Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
I got him. Here we go.
To LaVine. Here's a chance from long range. Knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
On your left, here he comes.
Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Rajon Rondo has got 2 shots coming. He wants this number up. 60% career free throw shooter. Misses the first. Missed the second one as well. To Porter. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Message received. Well defended. Here's Rondo with it. The lead stands at 9. And they call it.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 2.
James. And the nice finish at the rim.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Young. From long range. And the Lakers have the rebound.
Knock that down, yo. Knock that down.
Bradley.
I got ball.
Return label included.
Offense might want to adjust here. That's his 4th block of the evening.
Stuffs it down with authority.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Rondo with the basketball. It's a 9-point lead. Goes to the left side. Baseline drive. Easy path to the rim.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
From the painted area, won't go down.
Just the thought of coming into the lane amongst the trees, that shot was altered before he even took it.
Got it.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Lakers ball. Curling inside. And counted at the rim.
And whether you're moving north or south or east or west, you got to be able to keep pace with the ball carrier and most importantly, stay in his chest. That's on the defender. It's way too early to be fatigued.
Anthony Davis. That's 3 now on 4 shots. AD, is he a new age big?
Easy answer is yes. He is Mr. Versatility. He can do everything on both the offensive and the defensive end. He can fight the post, battle for position. He can protect the rim. Plus, if you switch, he can guard guards on the perimeter. That's what you love about AD. You need something, he has an answer for you.
And a whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Number 14, Danny Green.
James, down low for Davis. Short jumper off the mark. Dunn to Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine, 3 for 6 now.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Davis. Scores from the post. Who compares to AD offensively?
We would be doing a disservice if we compared AD just to one player. He's an amalgamation. Think about Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Marcus Camby. Throw them all into a blender, you get Anthony Davis.
Rondo into the front court. It's an 11-point game. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
LaVine. He shoots, off the mark.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Anthony Davis. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to lead the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Goes to the right side. Zach LaVine can't go down. Smothering defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
A bad pass, and the Bulls have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
The pass set it all up.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Into the front court comes Rondo. The advantage is 13 points. Screen coming. To Davis. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
It's Chicago ball. Fires the 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
C to 3, B to 3. Some young players look like deer in headlights out there on the court. But you got something different. You got that moxie.
Late heave to beat the buzzer. First half comes to an end. So far, it's been all Lakers.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The Lakers are feeling comfortable at the halfway mark. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Bulls were unable to find an offensive flow in the opening half. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Chicago Bulls.
Game track. Points in the paint.
The Chicago Bulls are in a situation where if I was the coach of the team, I'd hope they'd be insulted by the way they gave up points in the paint. Going into the second half, these guys really need to have some pride and be more assertive around the basket defensively. They allow most of those interior points in the opening quarter.
Player of the half.
Anthony Davis was lighting up the scoreboard in the first half, and I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure out what it'll take to slow him down. He looks like he's in a zone.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Chicago with the possession to Levine. Anthony Davis able to recover with the block. Fourth this contest.
You know why?
Substitutions, Chicago. Entering the game for the Los Angeles Lakers. Number 0, Kyle Kuzma.
LeBron into the front court. His team leads it by 10. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Gets it in the left corner. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Oh, good offense, beating good defense.
We love to break this game down analytically. We even love to break it down more psychologically. But sometimes it's just about settling into the game. Seemed like in the first half, things were rushed. Now we finally see them have their composure and their poise.
Knocked loose. Bulls with it. Layup goes down. Well done.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Right.
Has a chance, unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
Cruises inside for 2.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Beyond the arc for 3. Rebound taken in by Chicago. To Porter. Lets it fly from long range. They need something to go down. It's no good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
That's out of bounds off a Bull. Kuzma. To Danny Green. Kuzma. Lakers down to 4 on the shot clock. James cleans it up. Off the mark.
And this guy's going to come out of this game with bruises all over his body like a major heavyweight fight. He took some hard fouls in the first half. That's really deterred him from being aggressive.
Yes, when this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Porter. God, tough shot. Hand in his face, he makes them pay.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Down for McGee. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Porter. And a putback slam.
And I got a chance to hear a lot of the conversation at the bench. And one of the things they called out was owning the backboards. Looks like the message is really getting through.
Danny Green to James. Slam dunk.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
To Wendell Carter. Wendell Carter powers it through.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
And count the basket.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Looking for his man. Flushes down the slam.
So much about passing is about the pace of the pass. Sometimes you need to dart the pass through the gap. Other times you need to have a feathery touch where you can loft the ball up for your player to dunk the ball. That pace is everything in this game.
Knocked loose. Scooped up. Going the other way. Bulls have it. The pass taken away by the Lakers.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. James against Porter. They get it to Kuzma down low. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Kuzma. Shot from the lane won't go. And the rebound taken down by Kuzma. Danny Green. McGee powers it through. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
Lakers have it. James curling inside. It goes down.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
That's out of bounds. Last touch by LeBron. For three. Man, that was a tough shot.
Oh, okay. I don't see any more phantom screens like I did in the first half. I actually see people being hit, which opens up three-point shooters to operate off those screens. It's all coming together.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at three. Coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
To Markkanen. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
There's something to be said about a guy that can make the game easier for everybody else on the court. We call that dropping dimes, very similar to the way I'm dropping nuggets on this broadcast.
Nothing going here on that drive. James to Bradley. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
JaVale McGee pins it. Ooh, 5 now.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
The Bulls clear the rebound. To Markkanen. Tough make through traffic.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
LBJ with it. No good. Defense catching a break there. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw good to cap off the three-point play. That cuts it to a 7-point game. James into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
To Wendell Carter. 4-3. Smothering D.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Quinn Cook, a couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 80% at the line. First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2. To Porter. Fires the three, and out of Porter. So smooth. Catch and shoot. Buries the three.
Today's league just throws that old school stuff out of the window. Why have twos when you can shoot threes? Even on fast breaks, guys spread out towards the three-point line instead of laying the ball easy at the rim.
Here's LeBron for 2. Wide open look, won't go.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
Los Angeles has the basketball. Well, you can't do that.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his third personal foul, team foul.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2 at the line.
I like that.
Hands up. You got him.
To Markkanen. Here's a chance from long range. Tough shot for Markkanen. No good. JaVale McGee to James. And throws it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Lauri Markkanen is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 84% free throw shooter. First one, count it. Knocks down the second free throw. Perfect from the line. Hits all 3 of them.
Get your money, man.
Lakers at the controls right now.
Cutter, to the tag.
Gets a look. Can't hit. Deep left corner. From long range. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Not today.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
That misses with a second to go. That's the end of the third quarter. The Lakers have the lead. It'll be Lakers ball as we begin the...
Stepping in for Los Angeles, number 15, Marcus Cousins.
Has a look. Cook shot won't go. Danny Green.
Who gonna do this?
Bulls with the rock. Markkanen.
Got him. Here we go.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Fires the 3, and that's rebounded by the Lakers. Danny Green to James. Too much contact, and free throws coming.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Kyle Kuzma at the line for 2 shots. A career 70% free throw shooter. And gets both to drop at the line.
That's me. I got ball. I'm here.
I got ball.
And scores.
You see, this is why players get out here hours before the game and they get a really good lather.
LBJ has it. To Cousins. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
He gets it.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
LeBron into the front court. The lead is 12. Nothing going here on that drive. James to Danny Green. James buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless, but attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary.
And hits the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair.
Keep working him out, boy. He can't guard you.
LeBron James with the rock. Oh, Carter with the rejection. They've got it back.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot. That'll be a winning formula in overtime every time. Answer a 2 on one end with a 3 on the other. Ed, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think a 3 is more than a 2, correct?
That is great math, my friend. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
LeBron James trying to cash in on the three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw up and good as they open things up to a 13-point lead. To Porter. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's the length at his spot for Otto Porter. Man on him, he still buries it.
And the game flow in the second half is completely different than the first. That first half equals out of sight, out of mind. Way to recalibrate in the locker room and find your rhythm back on the court.
It's James. Well defended.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
LeBron with it up top. His team up by 7. Cook shot won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
Porter in a matchup with Quinn Cook. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Everything about Porter is so low-key. No social media, and he's one of the few high-caliber NBA players that manages to stay out of the public eye while producing at an elite level in a number of categories.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
And he can't convert the free throw. To James. Kuzma. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. The free throw's good. It's a three-point play, and the lead sliced to 2. It's James controlling the offense. Terrific vision. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Kuzma. To the rim, lays it up and in.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Cashes in for 2.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Across the timeline comes James. The lead is 2. Trying to cash in. And Green able to pull down the rebound. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Has a chance. Cousins there for the rebound. LBJ to Kyle Kuzma. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
Cook to bring it into the front court. 2-point advantage. And the finish at the rim. Now the Bulls will take the timeout. It's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with one more chance to stop the clock before the buzzer sounds. To Porter. Beyond the arc for 3. Oh, they could have really used that one, but the shot's no good. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Los Angeles, they have it. And the defender over pursues, and he's called for it.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Team foul. Chicago Bulls are in the penalty.
The Lakers get the victory as they win a close one by 2. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Taylor Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Lakers got the win in a nail-biter. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. The Bulls must be devastated after such a close loss. They did a great job with their ball movement, forcing the defense to constantly make adjustments. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough for the win. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Chicago Bulls.
Game track. Assists.
It's a shame only one team can win when you have such great team basketball on display. The ball movement was tremendous.
Player of the game.
The chosen one gets rewarded for the way he provided his teammates with plenty of easy baskets. His assist total is certainly indicative of his clever playmaking.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was hero of the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a look at what's coming up for the Chicago Bulls. The Lakers, on behalf of Jalen Rose. And it's been our